Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan.
With that, so their latest victims were the Mindoro Tamaraos, and there you see the score, 86-72.
Ayan, nililimit talaga nila yung field goals ng mga opponents nila doon sa depensa minimension mo kanina, while giving them at least mga plus 20 field goal attempts than their opponent. And walang let up yung laro na yun against Mindoro. Lumamang mga Mindoro ng 2 points in the first quarter, pero they went on a 12-point run and never looked back. And the biggest lead being at 21. Barkuma was actually very good in that game. He was a player of the game, 11 points and 4 rebounds, went on a 4 of 5 from the field, and really good performance right there to follow up the production then in JC with 19 and 4.
You see the field goal story, 56 attempts for Mindoro and 24 more on the side of Zamboanga. That really is just a big difference for you, translating into more in the bench points, points in the paint, rebounding as well, of course, is the main reason why you see that disparity. So, from Zamboanga, now let's talk about Negros, a team that was also tested inside the Cuneta Astrodome, and you know, it was actually quite a slow game, would you say?
Yep, medyo mabagal nga yung laro na yun. Actually, yung Negros, yung athletic wings nila, tsaka yung mga bigs took care of the stops. Ludovice and Kani provided the timely assists enough to frustrate Bicol, as Bicol never led until as much as 13 in the third quarter. Concerning lang sa Negros yung offensive rebounding nila, pinabayaan nilang Bicol to get more boards right there. They're 20 boards. Palma was our best player of the game with the 20 points and 4 assists. And looking at the stats, you know, the field goal attempts you see right there, and the 3-point percentage, 38% para dito sa Negros, plus 11 in terms of assists, and most of that really comes from the fast break points.
That being said, can you give me one statistic that you would want Negros to dominate in this game?
I think it's bench points. They
Points.
really need a lot of help that's coming from the bench, especially with the power that Zamboanga has.
Okay, now let's listen into the power of the voice of Miguel Pere as he introduces our starting lineup.
Manny Pacquiao's Mpbl Season 6, presented by Extreme. Live on the official Mpbl FB page, YouTube channel, MPTV Signal Channel 98, MPTV Channel 53 on satellite, and on Pilipinas Live app. Here are the starters. First, for Zamboanga, Master Sardines. Starting at forward number 16, Adi Santos. Also at forward number 99, John Mahari. At center number 22, Joseph Gabayni. At guard number 19, JV Marcelino. And the other guard number 11, JC Marcelino. Their head coach is Louis Alas. Assistant coaches Ronjay Enrile, Cesar Polhen, Francis Punla, and Mark Orias. Team representative is Antoinette Roque. Head of basketball operations is Nini Arquiza. Team governor Ram Ayraham. Team manager Alvin Muño. Team owners are TP Cao and Miss Anita Cao. Now, the starting five for Negros Muscovados. Starting at center, number 22, Rick Kaunan. At forward, number 26, Jeremy Mahinay. Also at forward, number 19, Alvin Capobres. At guard, number 77, Renz Palma. And also at guard, number 2, Ivan Ludovice. Head coach for the Negros Muscovados is Bonnie Garcia. Assistant coaches Juan Miguel Martin and J.M. Lagumen. Team managers are Rendel Patricio and Arvel Cabali. Team owners are...
The starting fives of the game are brought to you by Buenas. The Marcelino twins are in alongside Joseph Gabayni, Adi Santos, and John Mahari for Zamboanga. And on the other end for Negros, we have Ivan Ludovice, Renz Palma, Alvin Capobres, Jeremy Mahinay, and Rick Kaunan. There you go, the tall front line for Negros present once again. But it's not like Zamboanga is small. This is also a deep team. So they're going to have to pull all the cards in if you're Negros to stay undefeated. Thank you for joining us. This is Mix Gomez at your service alongside Coach Mike Perez and Andrea Indicio. Did you want to say something, Coach Mike?
I was going to say, if you look at the starting five of Zamboanga, ang constant palagi dyan is si Mahari, si JC as well as Adi Santos. And so it shows a lot of guard pressure na ina-apply nitong Zamboanga defensively.
And you talked about it in our previous coverage with Zamboanga. Those two will never run out of a job. There you go. Adi Santos is doing the right thing alongside John Mahari.
Doon talaga nang gagaling yung mga napo-force nilang turnovers. In fact, mas maraming blocks per game itong Negros over Zamboanga, but they really don't need that because the pressure is more on the guards.
A miss with Jeremy Mahinay, and here comes JV Marcelino. Numbers for them, Adi Santos with back-to-back buckets.
So yan na mismo yung template ng Zamboanga. Guard pressure turning into fast break points. Good counter right there by Ivan Ludovice.
Nice sidestep move by the guy who brings in championship and finals experience. He was a champion back in Davao and a finalist with Bacoor last year. Marcelino kicked out to his kuya. JV misfires. Ooh, Mahina couldn't control the ball, and now he's called for a foul. This fast break of the game is brought to you by New Star. Win to the max. Nice feed. JV Marcelino finding Adi Santos for 2 points.
I like actually kung paano nagsisimula itong Negros. Much as very forceful yung simula nitong Zamboanga, just like how they did in the previous games. Pero they're countering it back. So very forceful din yung nilalaro nitong Negros against that defense of Zamboanga.
Joseph Gabayni at the stripe. Couldn't convert on his second gimme, but he's certainly gone a long way with Zamboanga. This guy lost 20 kilos from December.
Wow.
Kilos, not pounds.
So 40 yun.
40 yun.
Bigat nun, dami nun.
And it's Jeremy Mahinay. Pull up, no basket, rebound, JC Marcelino. Pass to the left, John Mahari. Thought about shooting it, nice feed. Gabayni will finish.
You've got really mabibilis na guardia that can actually run the lanes at very disiplinado pagdating sa pag-execute ng kanilang fast breaks. At kung magko-close out ka, mapapasahan yung mga big sa loob. Ganun ka-deadly itong combination na ito para sa Zamboanga.
7-2. Over 2 minutes gone by. Renz Palma is bumped. That's a foul on JC. Renz Palma is back to his role of being the scorer of his team. Of course, last year or in the last 2 years with Nueva Ecija, hindi ka pwede maging star dun.
Right.
Everybody's a role player. He learned a lot from Coach Jerson Cabildes, but of course, he's happy to have this role again. Had to transition back to it, but now he's feeling good.
Yeah, and if I'm Negros then this should be a good benchmark, I guess, kung how far we are from a system and standpoint. Lalo na itong si Renz Palma, alam natin kayang puminish niyan out in the open floor, but for you to go in transition, you have to control the board. And kung nakaset up naman yung depensa, hindi ka naman hahayaang bigyan ng 2 steps ng depensa ng Zamboanga. So you have to be very creative in either getting past that primary defender or swinging the ball to the other side.
Creativity is what Renz Palma has on his repertoire. Let's see if he can exhibit it today. Unfortunately for John Mahari, he's still trying to work on that three-pointer. That challenge will continue for him. 7-4, 7 minutes and 28.
Well, itong Zamboanga actually nag-average to ng about 20 attempts per game from 3 and making 5 out of them. Samantala ito namang Zamboanga, they make 7 out of 24 attempts. So medyo close yung numbers ng dalawa pagdating dyan sa aspeto na yan.
Sorry. Negros is what? The 5 or the 7?
Negros is 7.
Zamboanga is the 5.
7 makes Zamboanga is 5. A lot of it is because of the pressure on the back. So pag nag-fast break ka, you look for the easy lane for 2.
7 all. JC Marcelino from downtown.
Sobrang stretch yung defense mo pag si JC nandyan. Hindi mo pwedeng bigyan ng lugar.
Now JC has another opportunity to score 3 points, but he's gonna have to earn it from the line. 2 plus 1. Alvin Capobres ang matatawagan off of that turnover. Good steal by JC. And there's that pressure defense, Coach Mike, all the way to the baseline.
And the thing is, pag iniisip mo, pag nakalaban mo tong Zamboanga, palaging nasa harapan mo si JC dahil offense or defense, kailangang bantayan mo siya. Pag nakadepensa naman, palaging nakatapat sa'yo.
Right. Marcelino converts. 6 points now for JC Marcelino in this game. 10-7. Ivan Ludovice bringing down that basketball. There's that pressure from two players. Kaunan helping out. Jeff Comia used to play for Zamboanga. Good to have him in the game. Ivan Ludovice working with Kaunan. Ivan will fire. That's short. Rebound Santos. JC now surveys the floor. Marcelino using the screen of Gabaini. Joseph trying to seal. JC fires. That was slightly touched by Palma, who's now on the leak out, and he will score.
Again, babalik tayo dun sa point na pagka pine-pressure ka, kailangan ma-pressure din yung offense mo on the other end. Really good counter, and it's very good for Negros that Ivan Ludovice is there to be the press breaker for Negros.
Such a stabilizer he is, as now Mahari makes the three-pointer, and he has the same celebration as Axel Inigo with a bow and arrow. 16-9. Renz Palma driving down the middle. Nice speed. Mahinay is fouled. Basket and one.
Ganda ng pagkakabasa ng attack na yun ni Renz Palma. Try to drive middle. Nakita niya parating sa kanya si Joseph Gabaini. The man of Joseph Gabaini is gonna be free on that roll. Good recognition. Finds Mahinay underneath.
Great patience as well by Jeremy. And you gotta be happy for Coach Bonnie Garcia. This is a nice team. And for you to be looking like this versus Zamboanga at the start of this game, I'm sure it is already progress for you comparing it to your performance last season.
At saka this is an opportunity to any coach that goes up against Zamboanga, lalo na wala pang nakakatalo, to see how you break that streak for Zamboanga.
Gabaini, Adi Santos. Here's John Mahari. 8 on the shot clock. Gabaini is trying to seal. 1-on-1. Nice matchup. Spin. Baseline. That's a foul. Mahinay's called for it. This three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme. One-stop shop appliances. John Mahari. Good for him, Coach Mike.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Napuwersa si Jeff Comia doon mag-help out. Mag-drive sa middle. Napakalapit na. And so, pick your poison. You leave that three, but making threes from the outside, although more would make it difficult for the defense to react.
Imagine if he can actually establish himself as the ultimate 3-and-D guy
Right.
in John Mahari. As now it's a baseline inbound. Kenneth Alas is in the game. Same goes for Renzo Subido, Republico, Mark Omega. They join JC Marcelino. 5 on the shot clock. Subido fakes. Subido almost walked. That's a 3 for JC. Couldn't convert. Rebound Kaunan.
And you like the composure of Zamboanga as well. The shot clock was going down, pero you didn't see any panic. Nobody was hurrying up. They knew that guys would be in places na pinagpapractice nila.
Turnover on the other end. Good defense by Mark Omega against Rick Kaunan. Mark Omega is an SGL player. If he decides to return, usually may decision pa ang mga players natin, no? Omega last year played for Perpetual under Coach Mike Sagigit. He also played for Parañaque. Now there's a charge call. It's Omega on it. 16-12. Renz Palma will work with Ivan Ludovice, who's being pressured by Renzo Subido.
That's a good matchup right there. Ivan and Renzo.
Good defense by JC Marcelino. Off of the steal, Omega could not finish. It's 2 free throws.
Kahit yung malalaki ng Zamboanga, sumasabay sa fast break. Even Joseph Gabaini, nakita rin natin sa previous game, at certain points, he's running that lane in open basketball.
Well, I'm sure they already understand the fact that when you're playing in a team that has the Marcelino twins, you have no choice. You got to run with them. Omega converts. One more for the big guy.
Yeah, at pag kalaban mo ang Zamboanga, you have to be ready with pressure and pace. I mean, you have to break that pressure, run the other way, and at the same time, kailangan depensahan mo rin sila.
Here's JC Marcelino. Working with Republico. JC saw an opening. Could not exploit it. Good effort by Omega. No foul, no basket. Ball tapped away. And this is still good. 6 on the shot clock. JC will drive right side. Still no basket. 1 second. Alas should fire. He wasn't aware of the clock.
Yeah, since yung tira na yun, hindi tumama sa ring, that shot clock never got reset. So that continued until nag-buzzer na on Zamboanga. But look at this. For the first quarter, yung pressure, grabe, nasa likod. Sobrang diin na diin talaga. Parang, to your point, parang you're going up against high school team.
Para sila naghahabol din, as now Jem Cruz brings down that ball. There's the kick out. Comia, he loves to drive, the pull up, and the miss. Rebound for Republico. Here's Jason Apolonio. Fresh off of witnessing his former team win earlier today versus Mindoro. Here's Kenneth Alas. Pass inside, intercepted. Hubert Cani will now have the ball. Under 3.5 minutes remaining in the opening quarter.
Yeah, yan ang kagandahan dito sa Negros. They have very able point guard that can actually create and release those pressures from the back.
There's the miss from Jem Cruz on the other end. Omega, that's a sorry miss. 2 free throws.
Bigs just staying active. You know, no rest at all. Kahit na big ka man o guardia ka, if you're wearing Zamboanga, you have to keep moving, cut and replace each and every time once you see a spot.
Now Omega will proceed to the line.
I really would like for Jeff Comia to start, you know, creating one-on-one against the defender. Maybe spread out the floor and allow him to bring his creativity to make shots and create spaces for his teammates.
It will either be Apolonio or Alas on him. Those two are taller than Jeff Comia. Let's see if he could exploit possibly a speed advantage as Omega shoots again. Another miss. He is actually struggling from the stripe. Mark Omega is now 1 out of 4. 18-12. Let me check that. Omega is 2 out of 4, so it's not too big of a struggle from the stripe. Palma now drives. Ooh, risky sequence. That's a block. Well, was he out of the smile? But also his movement, right?
Yeah, that was quite a jump too.
Okay, so he's out of the smile, pero gumalaw ba?
Yes. Nag-move sa side eh. Dun sa path ni Renz.
18-12.
But one thing you'd like to see also from Renz Palma, pagka ganon, aside from yung floater na yun, which he normally would make, to variate it, medyo lagyan rin ng pull-up, no? Kung may opportunity siya.
Mid-range pull-up.
So that, you know, you don't go to the defender anymore. But kaya naman niya mag-finish ng ganon eh, even right through contact.
Well, we did mention he is on a transitioning phase back to that scorer role. So maybe with more time, he can do what you're asking. As now, Hadi Santos returns for Mark Omega. Negros keeping in step. They're down by 5. Baseline inbound for Kenneth Alas.
Nakita mo, nag-uusap kagad yung Negros on the coverage from the baseline out of bounds kasi alam nila may movement dito eh.
Nice play, nice fake by Renzo Subido, and he drains that shot. Just a 2.
Minsan talaga sa baseline out of bounds, yung weak side corner na yun na medyo threat, especially if it's coming from the wing going down without all the options on the strong side.
And Renzo Subido himself is always a threat.
Correct.
2 minutes and 20. Mark Atabay. Cross court, Hubert Cani against Adi Santos. Hubert crosses, Hubert attacks and scores.
Ganda. Good first step to freeze that defense. late on the recovery.
Last 2 minutes in the opening frame. Blitz and the foul. Atabay totally caught Renzo Subido.
It was a hard hedge na pakita talaga para mapigilan yung middle drive.
Mark Atabay is one of those guys who look for a different experience in this campaign of the Mpbl. As you take a look at his foul, sabi niya, syempre thankful ako sa Marikina. Pero, maiba naman. Dito tayo sa medyo mas veteranong team. Let's learn from these guys. Let's learn from Coach Bonnie Garcia as well. And so far, he has showed up for Negros. Subido misfires, and Atabay gets the board.
At saka ma-patient din maglaro itong Negros eh. Like right now, they're really being in control despite this pressure on them.
Palma, Atabay, kick out, Comia, no good, and that's out of bounds. (21-15). Approaching 90 seconds left. Renzo Subido, horns, Publico, back to Renzo. Saw an opening, kick out, Apolonio. His turn to drive, no foul, rebound Atabay. Great effort by Apolonio to get it back. Unfortunately, there's no conversion here, not even an attempt on the second try for Zamboanga.
Pero kung ikaw si Coach Louie, masaya ka pa rin doon. At least may effort defensively. That was actually going to be a run on the other end. Pero nakakuha ka ng opportunity.
Here's the run to the other end. And Comia will score.
That time Comia beating backdoor itong si Alas. Trying to pressure him from the back.
21-17. Renzo Subido. Working with Republico. Now Renzo goes left. Nice pass. Nice cut by Jason Apolonio.
Yeah, very basic weak side action of a two-man game. Pakatin mo yung corner backdoor.
On the other end, Jem Cruz kicks out Hubert Cani. Against Renzo Subido, former UAAP foes. He's doubled. Kick out, Jem Cruz got a good look. Three-pointer straight away.
Very consistent na si Jeremy Cruz. He picks his spots, understand when a shot is gonna be available or not, and if not, papasa yan.
Yeah, he did tell me, ang mindset niya, basta ako kung anong bigay sa akin, yun ang gagawin ko. And he's been given 3-point attempts. Surely he has maximized them. Palma, Comia, up top, Jem Cruz again. Another attempt. Just too strong. And Kenneth Alas will launch a prayer. Way off. That's it for our opening frame. This is high scoring, right?
Yeah, pretty much. High scoring and fast-paced, but it's a good thing that Negros was at least able to keep in pace. It's just a three-point deficit, one possession game, and really good one for Negros too.
See some highlights. JC Marcelino got it going in the first quarter. 6 points to his name. He's tied as the leading scorer alongside Jeremy Mahinay. Some more highlights. Renz Palma, very comfortable as that playmaker for Negros. That time not scoring, but passing on to Jeremy Mahinay. This end of the first quarter score is brought to you by GameX, the official online ending partner of the Mpbl. The first and original online basketball ending sa Pinas. Happy ending na. #GameXSports.
You are still watching the Mpbl. I want to go back to that 2-hour-long, all-moving training nitong Zamboanga. Kasi kanina, I was able to get the side of Coach Louie Alas at nakwento nyo nga sa akin na ginagawa pala nila yon several days before game day. Yun daw yung mga araw na baka may galit ang mga players niya sa kanya sa hirap at pagod ng training. But then again, bawal magreklamo. Ang tawag niya nga raw sa training na ito ay maintenance. Kumbaga para kay Coach Louie, ito ang gamot para hindi ma-burnout agad ang mga players niya. Kailangan they are at the peak of their conditioning. Wherein he says sa kondisyon ng mga players niya ngayon, satisfied na siya. The only thing left is that his players become his standard of a basketball player. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Andrea. Tama nga naman. You can't have that type of practice a day before a game or else you burn out your players.
Yeah. So kailangan tama rin yung yung timing ng conditioning. But I want to talk about yung bench points right now. Both teams actually doing 7 for themselves, and like what I said, itong dalawang teams na to very dependent on the resource that's coming off the bench. Right now it's roughly about 35%. Their average is roughly at 50. So a lot of it is because the starters have been doing really well.
Well, that was a statistic that you mentioned on top of our coverage. You think would be the biggest factor, especially for Negros, to try to win against Zamboanga. Renzo Subido, short rebound. Was that a rebound or a steal for Cani? Either way, Negros will take it. There's Jem Cruz, another 3. Another miss.
And that was a miss, but that was the right shot to take. I mean, a catch and shoot in that situation without a defense in front of you. Iti-take mo yan, lalo na kung ikaw si Jeremy Cruz, because you've been making that even in the previous games.
23-22. Kenneth Alas against Alvin Capobres. Here's JC Marcelino. Off to the right, one guy ahead. Can they locate Comia? Instead, they go to Capobres. No numbers though for Negros.
So far, Negros really doing a good job of staying in pace against Zamboanga. Kung papansinin mo nga, medyo nag-settle down ng konti yung full court pressure, no? Either that or nare-release rin ni Negros yung pressure na yun.
There's a testament to the preparation of Negros in this game versus JC Marcelino and company. But no matter how hard you prepare, JC will always get his moments. This play of the game is brought to you by Buenas. Nice pass inside. Jeremy Cruz finding Mark Atabay. Have a timeout for Zamboanga. It's a 1-point game. Commissioner Kenneth Durembes is at the sideline. We've been seeing him more with polo shirts compared to polos.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, last year was almost everyday polo. Mga pabata ng pabatang itsura ng ating commissioner. Looking good. Com Kenneth. And we also have Rudy Distrito, Emer Oreta, and Seth Amora, our VIPs at the sideline. Sir Nini Arquiza, by the way, is watching. Good afternoon to you, sir. He actually agrees with all of the points that we've made. No? Sabi niya, dapat talaga lahat turbocharged. Dahil kasama mo ang twin turbo, the Marcelino twins. And now we have Joey Barcuma checking in for the first time. We were able to know his idol finally in their previous game. Sabi niya, it's Russell Westbrook. But in the recent years, actually, nag-iiba na rin yung kanyang idol din. In-update niya ako kanina, sabi niya, Pat Beverly na. And Joey. What's the name of Alvarado?
Alvarado, the one from, was it the Pelicans? Yeah, the
What's
Pelicans.
his first name?
I forgot.
Is it?
Yeah, I forgot. Alvarado, the one who steals from the corner,
Yeah.
right?
Is it Jose Alvarado? Why don't we do a quick search?
But talaga totoo yun. It's difficult to be going up against the Twins. You have to have a lot of energy. Lalo na Barcuma coming off the bench.
Right. By the way, Alvarado is Jose.
Okay.
That's his first name. 23-22. Here's Jeff Comia against John Mahari. Switch. Tositan 5 against his former teammate. Comia losing time. Pass to the corner. Capobres is blocked. Recovery, another block. Great defense by Zamboanga. And there's JC passing on to Mahari. Back to Marcelino. Inside they go. Great passing by the white shirts. Gabaini ends up with it, but he could not convert. Tancinco musting through. Pass to JC. No conversion. Ball out of bounds in favor of Negros.
And yung excellent passing na yun is actually, I guess, predicated on nobody holding that ball for more than 3 seconds. You know, you have to make a decision that quick. And I think that's one of the things that they agreed as a team, that nobody should be sticking with that ball for long.
That's one of the reasons why Zamboanga has 9 assists already compared to the 7 of Negros. It still is a 1-point game. Almost 3 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Comia drives, no bounce. Rebound, Joey Barcuma. Waiting for the trailer. There's the screen. Barcuma drives. Tough shot. No basket. Offensive rebound.
Boy,
JC. No fear at all, but he also could not score. There's Joseph Gabaini. Another sorry miss. Gabaini take him down to the weight room.
grabe itong mga player ng Zamboanga. Parang hindi nalolobat eh, no? You know, constantly moving with each. That started with Barcuma and ended with that activity by Joseph Gabaini.
Well, that's a product of the 2-hour training sessions. Intense as they come, as reported by Andrea. But not the day before a game.
Yeah.
As now, Jeremy Cruz misfires. Good tap by Comia. Capobres back to Jem. To the left, Ivan. High looper. Short. Rebound, JC. Marcelino has 4 rebounds with his 6 points. 25-22. 2-man game. JC to his best friend, Tosi Tancinco. Now it's John Mahari. Not much space there. 8 seconds. JC with Gabaini. Marcelino will drive. Marcelino will not score. Rebound Una. And here's Ivan.
They got numbers.
Bumping his way through. Nice feed. Comia hangs. 2 free throws. Huh. What's happening here? We have a lot of complaints.
Yep.
Do you understand what it's about?
I think it was because of that drive on the other end by, was it JC that drove that time? I think that's what they were complaining. Either that or the one here.
So Zamboanga is looking for a foul.
Yeah.
25-22, 5 minutes and 43. It is a close game after all. The biggest lead was 7 in the opening quarter. Negros hasn't led. There's Coach Louis Alas giving out some instructions to his team. Coach Bonnie as well on the other end. Not Coach Bonnie Tan, that's Coach Bonnie Garcia.
At saka, no, you look at the stats, you know, almost everything kept in pace between dito sa Zamboanga and Negros. Points in the paint, points of turnovers, bench points, everything almost the same. Even the number of attempts, 26 versus 22, it's just a -4 for Negros, pero you like that if you're Negros.
Because Zamboanga in the previous game was a plus. How many was that?
24, I think.
24, right. Let's let the referee sort this one out. We are inside the Alonte Sports Arena, by the way, for the second time this season, but this will be the first time in almost 5 years that Binyan will be hosting, or a Laguna team will be hosting here.
Pero itong tinatakbo ng Negros na ito against Zamboanga is really because they did a strong start din. In as much as, you know, mapuwersa yung start ng Zamboanga kanina, pero hindi sila nagpahinga. Bumabalik rin, and they kept punching back until where we are now. And so you have to be able to sustain it.
There's a warning called on Zamboanga's bench. Now Comia is at the stripe. 2 gimmies for the former Zamboanga player. He has 2 points so far. Last year he transferred to Sarangani.
Ang pansin ko lang dito, pagdating sa half-court set, mas mabilis ang ikot ng bola dito sa Zamboanga compared dito sa Negros. Sometimes it gets too stick. You know, you wait for what Jeff would create or Ivan would create. Unlike side ng Zamboanga, medyo dribble pass.
Now we talked about the previous game of Negros na relatively it was slow. That being said, do you think this could also be a matter of pace? If Negros would slow the game down, they would win, or if Zamboanga would make it fast, they would win. Is
That
that
could-
an issue here?
Yeah, that could be a factor too, because if you look at the other teams, I remember when Batangas went up against Iloilo. Iloilo is a fast-paced team, and so
Okay.
Batangas really slowed it down. The lesser the possessions, the better it is for them.
25-24, Joey Barcuma. Nice kick. JC with a good look, and he converts.
Again, yan ang nagpapahirap talaga sa pagbantay kay JC. Can hit you with the shots from the outside and can drive at you if you close out long.
28-24, 5 minutes and 10. Comia, kick out. Kaunan will drive and score.
And just keep attacking that defense on the half-court set. And you got to go back and recover defensively.
Back with Zamboanga. What type of zone is this? Is it a 2-3 as Sean Mahari makes a three-pointer, his second in this game? Well, I'll let you take another look later on. Ivan Ludovice. Nice pressure by Barcuma, but you did talk about the stability of the guards of Negros, leading on to that play by Alvin Capobres, and this allows me to tell you a good story about him. Actually, it's quite unfortunate, so good might not be the best adjective for that, as this three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. There's the three by John Mahari. Now let me get back to Alvin Capobres. Last year, he was actually bothered by an injured wrist to start the season. But then eventually, his problem was a hyperthyroid. Which means mabilis ang hormones niya. ×3 ang pagod na nararamdaman niya when he's playing. Hirap nun. Hindi ka nang araw siya mag-collapse in some circumstances. Kahit natulog siya. This is really concerning. Kahit natulog siya, para raw siyang nagbabasketball pa rin.
Pagod.
Ganun pa rin kapagod yung katawan niya. So he took meds to counter the hyperthyroid. Kabaliktaran nun, naging hypothyroid naman. So ibig sabihin, kulang naman siya ngayon ng energy. So he's taking on another set of meds for that. The good thing is, it's been treated. He's feeling better. Obviously, he's back in the Mpbl. He's still playing. So let's just hope for the best in terms of his resurrection. Because remember, last year he was expected to be one of the stars of Rizal.
Yeah, that at least he's able to come back here and play at this level, but health is always going to be a premium. And anyway, whether you're playing basketball or not, you gotta take care of that.
31-27, 4 minutes and 15. JV Marcelino, almost a steal. It is completed by Una. Bit of a risky pass. And here's Renz Palma against Joey Barcuma. Trailer is Ivan. Rex Ramos fakes. Ramos, 1-2, he's blocked. Good defense by Zamboanga. On the other end, that's off of Renz Palma, out of bounds.
And look at Joseph Gabaini running side by side with Barcuma out there in transition para sa Zamboanga.
This lucky fan of the game is brought to you by Buenas. Drive-in kick. JC Marcelino with his second three-pointer. That lady is happy, giving a hand to our former MVP. Ludovice was hit. Now he's good to go. Publico could not score from downtown. And here comes Brix Ramos. Ludovice decides to fire. No basket. Good effort by JV to box out Una. And here comes his twin, JC Marcelino. That's clear contact. 2 free throws.
What makes it even more difficult to nabantayan itong si JC? Yung left-handed, no? I mean, always counter yan eh, pagkaliwete. I guess you expend more energy if you go up against a lefty. Kontra-tempo, iba yung finish. Mas mahirap. Ang bilis pa.
I actually, with my high school experience, kaya nga angkor ako eh, at di ako analyst, di ba? Okay, with my high school experience, I do have a theory for that. Because we're so used to defending right-handed players, they usually go right. So kumbaga, as a defender, nasanay na rin ako naglalateral sa pakaliwa. Which makes it feel a bit more awkward for me when I'm trying to guard the right side, their left side. Eh, strong side ni JC yung kaliwa.
Correct.
So that's my theory of what makes it hard defending a left quality player like JC Marcelino, as Barcuma is now called for a foul.
At saka ang right-handed player kasi, if ever he does go left, if he's on the right wing, nag-drive siya papuntang middle with his left hand, mas taas ang probability he's gonna step back with the shot
Right,
as
right.
opposed to driving.
Right.
Unlike kung kaliwete, either way, they can hit you.
Tama.
A jumper or a layup or a floater. So you have to be
Si
ready.
JC pa.
Oo,
Si JC
diba?
pa.
Si JC pa.
Ang daming finishes niyan, and he uses his athleticism and strength to help him out. Ramos lost the ball. That's a turnover.
Yeah, masyado nagmadali right there. He wanted to claim that space on the baseline but lost control.
33-27, 3 minutes and 15. Here's Joey Barcuma. Hand off to JC Marcelino. On to JV Marcelino. The pull-up from the mid-range, no good. Battle for the board. Great effort by the Pat Bev of Zamboanga. And now Marcelino misses, but Publico was there for the cleanup.
That's 10 offensive rebounds already para dito sa Zamboanga. A lot of mobility.
Oh, that's Jose Alvarado for you. Barcuma, feed onto JV Marcelino. And there's a foul as well. Joey Barcuma just continues to be that guy.
Right. And Kaunan made the mistake of turning his back against a speedster. Look at that.
Oh, that's just unfortunate because it was an easy tool ready for JV Marcelino. Absolutely no need for a foul.
All right.
Oh, was it a missed call?
Is that a change?
Oh, it was actually a foul on Barcuma. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, because that defensive foul did look far. Kaya kung hinabol niya man yun, unfortunate talaga for Negros.
Si Kaunan kanina, we were talking about it na tumalikod. Well, because he wanted to go to that spot ahead of Barcuma. But on his way, nakalimutan yung depensa sa kabila eh.
Okay, we have a review because everybody just seems to be confused. I wonder what Joey Barcuma did. Because the next thing that we just saw from him is a celebration.
Right.
Okay, it really is a foul. So, Kaunan is at the stripe.
Mukhang may tulak sa likod kanina si Barcuma.
Quick eyes by our referees. That's why they are referees. And that's why we are commentators. We let them do their job. 37-28. Second free throw for Rick Kaunan. 2 minutes and 36. Here's JV Marcelino. Rejected the screen, then used it. Kick out to his brother, JC. Short offensive rebound. JC with a layup.
There you go. That's the point of a left-hand finish. You have to be ready always. Hindi ka wala kang pahinga eh. Diba? Kahit pumunta pa siya ng baseline, kailangan bantayan mo pa rin eh.
39-28. Great pressure. That's a steal. Just could not be completed by JV Marcelino.
Just so everybody understands the speed of these guys. Fence Palma came from the back. Sabay lang sila pero inabot pa eh, no?
Well, they are called the Turbo Twins by Sir Nini Arquiza after all. They have a timeout. From Russell Westbrook to Pat Beverly to Jose Alvarado. Those are the idols of Joey Barcuma. In the previous game, he played like them, scored 11, had 4 dimes, and got 2 steals. He was the best player for Zamboanga.
Tingin ko dati ang idol niya si Russell Westbrook. Pero nung nag-Zamboanga siya, nag-Pat Beverly na dahil defense-oriented at Zamboanga.
Right, exactly. And there's Joseph Terzo, who, by the way, I asked Joey Barcuma, who do you learn from the most? Sabi niya, lahat naman sila, pero iba rin talaga yung Joseph Tersoy. Kasi
Yeah.
Joseph is like the premier veteran for you. A champion, he is such a stabilizer. You know, he plays calmly and he just plays with a lot of calculation. So it's easy to imagine him becoming a mentor to Joey Barcuma.
Lalo na, i-emulate mo yung mga talagang nakikita mo, gusto mong i-pattern yung laro mo, no? With that leadership also.
Great double team. That's a foul. Alas. Ooh. Apparently, Ludovice also stepped on somebody and he tweaked his left ankle.
Yeah, first, ganda nung trap na yun sa mid-half court. Got it to Ivan, and as he was turning, doon na nabunggo eh.
There you go. This is going to be big if Negros is going to lose Ludovice.
Yeah.
Because as much as we talked about Terso being a stabilizer for Zamboanga, that's the role of Ludovice for Negros.
And hopefully he's good, because otherwise, you know, we're gonna see more of Hubert Cani
As point guard.
as point guard. Yeah,
That could be quite concerning.
right.
Or maybe Brix Ramos.
Bricks could be.
Who's
Yeah.
basically a point guard in a small forward's body. Now, Ludovice is at the stripe. It seems like he will be able to continue. Naipagpag lang ng onte. Although, we need more time to kind of observe him because he's only at the stripe right now. There's Adi Santos and Rick Kaunan as well. Two free throws for Ivan Ludovice. He's been around this league from Pasay, on to Davao, on to Sarangani, on to Bacoor, and now on to Negros. Marami yun, considering the fact that we are in our 6th season. Practically every year, lumilipat siya.
At saka for the most part, he's really expected to just facilitate the offense para sa bawat team na hawakan niya. And it's exactly what he's doing here for Negros too.
Good effort by Zamboanga. Now there's a foul. It's Renz Palma called for it. Hubert Cani now checks in for Ivan Ludovice. So there you go.
Yeah.
He will be the point guard for Negros.
Would be good to observe the pace now of Negros, if that's gonna change.
And he's going to try to cover JC Marcelino.
Right.
JV passes inside. Nice cut. Adi Santos for two.
You just love the offensive philosophy of Zamboanga. Ball on the post, got somebody cutting from the weak side, and just staying with it, and it allows you to get those opportunities.
Nice feed inside. Atabay couldn't convert, and here's JC. On the run, Marcelino. There's his twin. Wow, what a pass onto the trailer, but alas, just gave us a sorry miss.
Even on an opportunity for defensive rebound, the guys who touched that ball is still Zamboanga. I mean, that would have been an easy defensive rebound already.
There's the feed. Publico working with Adi Santos. First-year teammates, no problem.
At saka pag Zamboanga, every time that they play high octane, as we see Zamboanga here with 13 assists already, plus 3 versus Negros, but you know, it's good at least on that stat, keeping in pace sila.
41-30. Hubert Cani from the corner, no good. Rebound, Palma. Great effort by Renz. That's one of the things that he developed with Nueva Ecija, the discipline on the court. He's doing all the right stuff.
Oh, that's
There was
gonna
a
be a foul.
takedown, yeah. Mark Atabay called for it.
And he just got beat getting sealed right there.
3 fouls on Atabay. That's not good. This is the biggest lead by Zamboanga, by the way. Baseline inbound for Kenneth Alas. 40 seconds remaining before halftime. Up top they go to Adi Santos against Jem Cruz. Lumalabas, JC Marcelino, another takedown, another foul. And that's free throws already. Third foul as well of Renz Palma.
Very, very deceptive rin yung mga offensive sets nila Coach Louie. You see that action on top, but you not knowing na on the backside, nagfi-fill na ng corners yung other guards eh. And so if that's not there, that corner is always going to be readily available. And, you know, guys just keep on moving offensively.
So it's high octane plus continuous movement, making it hard for the defense of Negros. Free throw shooting, 8 out of 12 for Zamboanga, 10 out of 13 for the blue-green shirts. What color is that, by the way? Would you know?
No.
It is a nice color, though.
Yeah.
And here's Jem Cruz. Handoff. Comia. Una. Palma. Driving kick. Comia. Nice.
Take.
Nice. It's better defense by Ray Publico, who got the block. 15 seconds before halftime. JV giving it up. JC says, ako na. Horns play. Marcelino. 3 seconds. JC crosses down the middle. Kick out. A loss for 3. No good. That could have been a big time highlight to end the second quarter. But still, if you're Zamboanga, you should be happy. You're up by 13.
Yeah, but I guess one thing that Negros is gonna look at here is the number of shot attempts and the possessions.
You see our leader of the half, JC Marcelino, on pace to score 25 points or more. Actually, he's on pace for a double-double with a handful of steals to his name. This halftime score is brought to you by GameX, the official online ending partner of the Mpbl, the first and original online basketball ending sa Pinas. Happy ending na, hashtag GameX Sports. Now we present to you our top 10 plays of the week.
Morante, he played very great in the preseason tournament a year ago.
Wow, that's a beautiful move by Andre Armenion.
Armenion making good passes in the first few possessions, and that's
Andre Armenion showing us what he can do, driving left and finishing with his right hand at the shot clock.
Caballero. They blitz him, and he loses the handle. Comia is off to the races. Comia! Oh, what a move! Watch this fast break of the game brought to you by New Star Max. Win to the max, the spin move. And the way he was able to finish in style, Jeff Comia.
gonna get stop here if you're Bataan.
Peralta left all alone, but no, not in my house.
With a perfect low side help on that skip pass, timed it perfectly at the apex of that jump. Boy, you gotta love that block.
Mitchell minus. Chop step, the score. Crucial basket right there for Bataan. Take a look at this, coach.
Yeah, little jab step going right, dribble going middle, spin the other way, leaving that defense hanging, and that strong finish.
And here comes Garcia. So now there are two Garcias in this lineup of Pampanga, but a steal. Viloria, the feed, and Alday with a finish. Wow, that was tough.
Oo. Squeeze niya yung sarili niya doon sa middle ng finish, kaya medyo mas mahirap pa rin talaga.
And he really finishes well with his left hand.
Oh, this one. Hubert Kani. Tied at 84. Kani. The step back jumper is good. Hubert Kani stepping up big time here in the overtime period. That's the biggest shot of the ball game. 6.8 seconds remaining. The Negros needing a hero. And Hubert Kani with a fadeaway.
Sa excitement ng laro na to at 11 p.m. meron tayong baby na tumatalon.
Andre Armenion. Two-man game. Katakutan. He fires. That's a three-pointer, and we are all tied.
Got the ball on the left wing. Just a little jab step to throw the defense off, and then swishes it through from the outside. Big time shot for Orin Katakutan. We're going down the wire here.
That's the first three-pointer of Val City in the second half. They're 1 out of 5. 9 on the shot clock. Off of the switch. Manalang dancing, kicking that ball out. Jello Razon, 4 on the shot clock. Jello still has it. He leans in and scores. What a big-time shot by Jello Razon.
Yung concentration ni Jello, even the shot clock is really winding down. Waited for the right time to attack, create, and make that basket.
There's a reason why we call him Mr. Clutch for the Parañaque Patriots. He's been doing this since the 5th season of the Mpbl. Tita squad of Parañaque, later on, they will be cheering against Manila. Nice speed. Kevin Santos with a throwdown. There's that pass on to Kevin Santos for his first dunk in the Mpbl's 6th season. The first of many, as we should say.
And that's with authority, Mix.
He did mention it's so easy when you have Jeff Viernes, MJ Garcia, Archie Concepcion, and Enzo Serrano all creating for you.
Misses of Ives Hason is being saved by the offensive rebounds of his teammate. And the putback, too.
Dara. Shot clock reads 6. Robbie.
Oh, wow.
Double cross. Jumper is all nylon for Robbie Dara.
Oh, man.
71 to 66. Playground basketball at its finest. The former Diliman College Blue Dragon dazzling and razzling.
And the reigning MVP of the UCAL. We talked about Robbie being underutilized in the second quarter. Man, they come back with the third, and this is really good Robbie Dara we're seeing right now.
It is halftime for Zamboanga versus Negros. The Master Sardines are looking good, up by 13 so far. 43-30. Coach Mike, your numbers.
Well, makita mo yung difference nung kaagad. Field goal attempts, no? 38 versus 28. Plus 10 na ang Zamboanga kanina. It was just a plus 2 earlier when we reported mid of the second quarter. That aggressive end of the second quarter really did that in favor of Zamboanga. Rebounds right there, 30 versus 17. And here's the thing. 17 of that 30 rebounds are actually rebounds by guards, not by bigs. So makikita mo yung mga tapig and whatever, a lot of hustle plays, and they exploited those steals and deflections with 10 points of turnovers, most of them on fast breaks. And the inside points, 20 of them, a lot coming from the cuts on the weak side lalo na para dito sa Zamboanga.
Offensive rebounding at 12 for Zamboanga. 3 came from JC Marcelino and 2 from Joey Barcuma.
Yeah.
Leading scorers, JC with 13, Adi Santos, and John Mahari with 6 apiece. Gabayni has 5. On the other end, Jeremy Mahina has 6, but he hasn't scored for a while. Kaunan has 5, Ludovice and Comia combined for 8. Now we begin the third quarter. Thank you for joining us. This is Mitch Gomez alongside Coach Mike Perez and Andrea Entisho at your service. Apolonio not too happy with that previous cut. As now JC is working with Adi Santos. Marcelino drives. Turnaround shot.
Oh, wow.
And you know, as hard as it looked, we both knew that it was going in.
Yeah, he was driving left side, going baseline, inikutan pa, no? On a fader. At ganun kahirap bantayan na si James. Maklase talaga. Painig ka na lang.
45-30. Ganun siya kagaling na, ganun na lang yung naging reaction ng analyst natin. Here's Joey Barcuma, who had himself a nice first half. Barcuma for 3.
Oh, you better watch it to stop doing that. Baka mapatawagin siya ng konti.
Nagsasorry na siya sa referee natin.
Right.
You can only celebrate towards your team, not your opponent. Una, on to Jeff Comia. He wants some retribution. Kick out. Kani, Hubert driving, good patience. No basket. Rebound for Zamboanga.
Tsaka nagiging ploy nitong Zamboanga is to let the others make shot attempts other than Cruz.
Yeah, that's the same guy.
Yeah.
Jeremy Cruz.
Okay.
His nickname is Jem Cruz.
Okay. Alam ko magkaiba.
As now there's a holding foul. But they were setting up Joey Barcuma for a corner three-pointer, which is a testament to their trust to that guy in terms of shooting. That's progress for you. I mean, even the Pat Bevs and the Jose Alvarados have needed to develop their three-pointer.
Right.
That's how the game has evolved. Here's Barcuma. That's a clear push. And he went straight to our A board.
He was actually not looking at the shot nung pababa na siya. Tinitingnan na yung A board.
Of course. At that point, health mo na lang. Iniisip mo.
Lakas din ng tulak eh.
Could this be an unspo? O hindi naman.
Hindi naman.
There's no review happening. So, Barcuma will proceed to the stripe.
And then Jem Cruz got beat definitely on that cut as he was going downhill.
There you go. It's a warning on Jem Cruz. Jojo Antiporda checks in. Jem Cruz's UE teammate. And now Barcuma is at the stripe. So the first thing I had to clear out with him was his set of idols. The second thing was, sabi ko, ang laki ng katawan mo. You really have some good muscles. And could you explain to me why you're like that? Sabi niya, masipag lang naman talaga ako. That's it. And now this free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. So since I did not get anything from Barcuma, I went to their strength and conditioning coach, Francis Bunla. Tinanong ko siya, Coach, anong body fat percentage nito? Sabi niya, 3 to 4% lang yan.
Wow.
Sobrang baba nun. Next up for Zamboanga is John Mahari, who's at 7 to 8%. And, you know, if you think about it, that in itself is already a testament to his dedication to the sport. And that's only the first part of it. The second part is his activity on the court. That's Joey Barcuma for you.
He has a lot of fuel in him. Grabe yung activity talaga si Barcuma eh.
One last point. Coach Francis Bunla, the SNC coach for Zamboanga, as now there's a foul called on Jason Apolonio. Coach Francis actually does weights with the team. Nakikipagsabayan siya at tinatalo niya sa weights itong Zamboanga players. So, he himself is a standard. Imagine that. Mas lalong mapupush itong Zamboanga players.
May hiya ka na lang eh.
Oo. Kung meron daw na siguro susunod sa kanya, si Mark Omega in terms of yung lakas sa weights. We're back with Zamboanga. They're up by 20. Here's JC Marcelino. Working with Adi Santos. Baseline drive, tough pass. He's still able to deliver it to Apolonio. 7 on the shot clock. Feed inside. Omega will score.
Oh, you saw that pass by Jason Apolonio to Omega, but that really started with that side ball screen by Adi Santos on JC.
By the way, Negros has been scoreless for the last 3 minutes. A steal and a breakaway layup for Jason Apolonio. Coach Bonnie has to call for time, and here it is.
And that additional possession really creating problems here for Negros. Another steal with Apolonio, open lane for a further fast break point.
Jason Apolonio is used to running. When you were once upon a time a part of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, you had no choice but to run as well with the Archie Concepcions, the MJ Garcias of the world. 54-30, biggest lead for Zamboanga. Back for Negros versus Zamboanga. Over 2.5 minutes gone by. Negros has a scoring drought. It's almost 4 minutes now. In this quarter, it's 11-0 so far in favor of Zamboanga.
Well, aside dun sa scoring drought, I mean, you're a minus 12 in terms of field goal attempts. Yun, I think, ang kailangan i-address muna nila. You have to run out in the open floor, get the rebounds, and run out in the open floor. You can't give up any more offensive rebounds because that's extra attempts para dito sa Zamboanga. And either that or you get second chance points.
There's a foul by Jojo Antiporda to stop the break. Mark Atabay now returns. Una will sit down.
And so you have to generate turnovers and turn them into points the other way. And you got to control the rebounds. Otherwise, if this trend continues, it's going to be a long second half para dito sa the Negros.
You've only seen 7 turnovers on the side of JC Marcelino and company. Now there's a charge. Is a charge considered a turnover?
I think so. Should be.
Let's see. Was it Omega? Yes, it was. He totally shoved Jeff Comia. Well, kung ikaw nga naman ang pumapangalawa sa weights behind Coach Francis Bunla, and then that's what you can do. And that's what you have to be wary of. As Omega is called for another foul. on that drive by Renz Palma.
Yeah, and Renz Palma had the right thing in mind. Full speed ahead against defense that's not set. And you know you can finish kahit na may bungguan pa yan.
Okay, now let's go to Andrea Indicio.
If you guys noticed, this is also a match between two veteran coaches. Sabi nga sa akin ni Coach Bonnie Garcia, it's always fun to compete against a friend. But what's exciting is andun daw yung challenge of who will get the win. Sabi niya raw sa kanyang team, higpitan nyo na ang tali ng sapatos nyo dahil paniguradong takbuhan ang mangyayari dito. Lalo na at for Coach Bonnie, Zamboanga is probably the most well-conditioned team right now sa liga. Well-coached na, well-conditioned pa. But then again, Coach Bonnie is up for the challenge. Makes sense, Coach Mike?
So, you have the same mindset
Yeah.
as Coach Bonnie Garcia. Kung meron kayong paghahandaan in terms of conditioning, it has to be Zamboanga compared to the others. Which is no disrespect to the other teams that we have in the Mpbl. It's just that the playing style of the Master Sardines can be quite tiresome.
Yeah. At saka I check, and even if you that with the data, it's the same, eh. You know, nag-jive, eh. What you see on the floor is actually what the numbers would reflect. And mention nga kanina ng report na yun na conditioning and defensive skill magkasama, mahirap talunin yung team na ganun.
No putback for Ray Publico. I want to pile on to the other fact of having two veteran coaches. Bilang coach, Coach Mike Perez, as now this is a layup for Joey Barcuma.
Wow.
2 more fast break points, and he had a celebration with his tongue out. Steal by Zamboanga. Another chance. Crossover down the middle. What a block by Rick Kaunan against JC Marcelino. We run to the other end. Jojo Antiporta. Pass inside. Kaunan almost walked. He will miss. JC's up ahead. At Zamboanga will slow things down. Okay, back to my question. Kapag may nakasalubong ka na isang coach sa mall, sabihin natin na magkalaro lang kayo, kalaban kayo, maybe in that same day or a day before, as Barcuma got fouled hard, kamusta yung interaction na yun? What do you usually talk about?
Well, pag ang mga coaches naman na ganyan is really just exchange of ideas and no animosity, at least to my end, on my perspective. I get to learn from them. Everybody's a student of the game. You know, may mga natutunan ka rin sa kanila, eh. So, like even other coaches here, I talk to them and I learn from them. And I reach out and tell them, ask them, you know, what they think about this scheme. And so you get feedback from them.
So it doesn't matter kung kalaro mo siya the last day.
No, it doesn't matter.
It's just a learning experience. That's for Coach Mike Perez. Coach Louie Gonzalez might have a different answer.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Louie, malambing yun, eh. Mahilig pa mag-joke. So, baka maraming banat sa kanyang mga kalaro. I don't know. Coach Louie, if you're listening, feel free to message. There's a foul called. Oh, wow. Jojo Antiporta is out of the game. Was that part of a foul?
And pag tinignan mo yung body language ng both teams, alam mo mas may dito, mas may energy pa sa side ng Zamboanga.
Yeah.
You don't need that to happen right now.
Yeah, it's not Jojo Antiporta, it's Jeff Comia.
Oh, yeah.
For a while there, I've been really wanting to see the replay because it was Comia who was into it with Barcuma. So naitama na, Antiporta is safe. Kinabahan din si Jojo for sure. And there's Joey Barcuma with 3 to 4% body fat. He's trying to shake it off.
And Jeff Comia goes out with just 4 points, going 1 out of 3 from the field. Completed his free throws, 2 out of 2, but really played very limited minutes, just 13.
And Jeff had to walk across the bench of Zamboanga, exiting this game. That's his former team.
Yeah, his former team.
Wonder how he felt. But now Joey Barcuma is at the stripe, so this is a good chance for him to try to capitalize on. He has good numbers, by the way. 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists.
Technical foul on Zamboanga Master Sardines. For improper bench Negros, second infraction.
Now there's a tech on Zamboanga. So we'll see a total of 3 free throws here. Palma first.
Technical free throw for Renz Palma.
Renz will score. He's up to 5 points. And Renz Palma is 3 out of 5 from the free throw line. On the other end, Joey Barcuma get 2 free throws and ball possession as well for his squad. He's 2 out of 2 from the free throw line. Yeah, that's his first miss. But still, not a big problem. He does have a plus 22 on the court. Barcuma will now take a breather.
And
Well-deserved recognition from his teammates as well.
And it's really just amazing when you look at the stats now. You lead in rebounds, you lead in assists, you lead in fast breaks. It really just tells you it's the bigs and the guards coming together to perform tonight. And really just total team effort right here. No one really taking control and just everyone contributing.
Missed there by Zamboanga. We're back with Negros, 57-32. Hubert Cani. Screen by Atabay. Hubert, in and out cross. Kick out, Capobres drives, blocking foul. That's on Renzo Subido.
Medyo na late din si Renz, and so got caught awkwardly on that defensive stop.
And that is the 14th foul for Zamboanga Western Sardines.
14 foul for Zamboanga, which means it's going to be a baseline inbound. Palma goes to Atabay. Halfway done in the third frame. Mark Atabay misfires. Rebound Subido. Forward pass, JV Marcelino. Nice, 1-2. But a sorry miss. We've seen a couple of misses on the side of Zamboanga in this game.
Yeah, and very makeable shots then.
Nice spin.
Nice.
Basket and one for Hubert Cani.
As it is good for Hubert Cani.
That's really the way you attack the defense of the Twins. No? So long as you keep active and be able to make them play defense as well with a lot of space.
Well, he is an established scorer. Hubert Cani, once upon a time, established the most number of points by a player in 3x3 basketball. This play of the game is brought to you by Buenas. Most number of points in a game, by the way, to be clear. Subido, John Mahari. Couple of cutters. Here's Ray Publico. Popping out is JV Marcelino. Given space. That's a three.
Wala si JC. Si JB naman ang nagiging point of attack ngayon.
Almost a steal. There it is. Completed by JV Marcelino. They're up by 24. Can they extend it? Renzo Subido. The leaner. And the miss. There's a loose ball foul. Was it Publico? Yes, it was.
Foul number 31, Ray Publico penalty.
Free throws on the other end. Let's see what happened. This was the three by JV. So Marcelino in this game has 8 points now. Check that. He has 5 points, 4 assists.
And kanina pa natin pinag-uusapan itong depensa ng Zamboanga. I think this defense is really yung activity. It's built on the Twins, no? Kung ano yung pinapakita nila pag nagkakasabay. So everyone else just follows it.
Yes.
The pace that they're playing. I mean, who would not? Considering yung bilis at ganda ng pinapakita nito mga to sa floor.
Again, they lead by example, and if you have stars like that, mahihiya ka na lang. Atabay at the stripe, converts. Jeremy Cruz will check in. Smaller lineup now for Negros.
And on the lighter side, you know, to see them play with a lot of joy and a lot of fun even makes your teammates to want to do the same.
60-37, under 4 minutes in the third. Ball tapped away in favor of Zamboanga. Baseline inbound for Kenneth Alas. They have 10 on the shot clock.
10 on the shot clock, 10 to shoot.
Up top they go. John Mahari. Renzo Subido against Hubert Cani. Renzo crosses, step back. Yes, that looked good.
Pero bago niya tinira yun, talagang tinignan muna niya yung activity sa baba. That cross screen of the big says, wala yan, ako natitira. And he's very able in making those shots.
Nice bailout. Good feed. Kaunan will finish off of that pass by Hubert Cani.
Well, that time around, in-exploit nila yung help defense na yon on that primary defender. Try to bring in a second one. And a good pass.
7 points for Rick Kaunan. Here's Ray Publico against Kaunan. A lot of action inside. That's a 3-second violation called on John Mahari.
Sabi ni John, lumabas na raw siya, pero he still got caught.
I'm taking a look at John Mahari's arm. If he has a wristband or not on that left arm. Because it might be a tattoo, as Renz Palma could not score on the layup. Here's a recovery. Jem Cruz is fouled.
I think wristband. Is it?
I want to take a closer look because I do not see any thickness on that arm.
Oh, yeah.
Para siyang tattoo.
Oh, yeah. Nanipis eh, no?
Oo. Jem Cruz misfires on his first gimme. I covered this guy in UE. I said, kung nasa UE ka, parang sa loob ka naman nag-aabang. Hindi usually sa 3-point line. Sabi niya, actually, iba naman yung role ko nun. Tinanong ko siya, ano ba talagang gusto mo? Sabi niya, ang gusto ko talaga, sumasalaksak ako.
Galing sa labas.
Galing sa labas. So, that means that this isn't his ideal situation up until this moment. But then again, because of that mindset of his, that he'll take whatever he can get, he's blossoming with a shooter role for Coach Bonnie Garcia.
Which is the reason why in their last game he was 6 out of 12 from 3. So he really loves and prefers to play from the outside, just
Forward
like this
pass.
one.
Is that a dunk or a layup for Jeremy Cruz? 2 points, nevertheless. The lead is 20. 2.5 minutes remaining before the end of the third. JV Marcelino against Brix Ramos. Sancinco says back pick. Now he sets free JV Marcelino. Good screen. No conversion, but Tosi was there for the cleanup. There's that chemistry that Tosi has with the twins. He lives with them after all. If not, he lived with them for a significant amount of time. Ella swings to the corner. That's an easy one. Just a miss for Renzo Subido. Offensive rebound. Great effort right there by Tancinco and JV. 9 on the shot clock. 2-man game. Watch out for the pop. Instead, there's the step back. JV Marcelino for 3.
Alam mo yung sequence na yun, exchange na yun is exactly the game in itself. Hindi nila pinayaga mag-attempt doon. Sa baba pa lang, tinatik na yung bola. They run the other way. They get offensive rebounds. They got multiple shot attempts. And so this is why they're near almost a plus 20 now in attempts.
So it's what? Ilan na lang kulang nila mula sa kanilang previous outing. They were 8 plus
24.
There you go. 67-42. A minute and 18. There's Coach Louis Alas. We have a challenge. Yellow light on.
Is challenging the last out of bounds play.
Okay. Out of bounds challenge for Zamboanga.
So itong Zamboanga normally would average 76 field goal attempts. Right now they're at close to 60, so just 16 more to get there. And they allow 76 points for their opponent. Right now it's at 42, it's super low. And
they have a long way to go, so in terms of attempts, most likely they will reach it. For Negros, right now they're on pace for what? 42 divided by 3. 14 yun, di ba? They're on pace for close to 60, 56 as of this moment.
And way below their 78 points per game average.
There you go.
Yeah.
I continue to appreciate the challenge music. among others. Big shout out to our DJ, Bog Sobana. Ayan, pinatugtog na ang ating theme song. Sino ba naman ang hindi magsasawa? Sino ba naman ang magsasawa? That's the right way to put it when it comes to our theme song. All right, the referees have made their decision. Let's listen in to Miguel Perey.
Upon review, the challenge has been disregarded. Ball possession stays with Negros Muscovados.
Okay. So, basically, forget everything that happened in the last minute. Hindi mababawasan ang challenge si Coach Louie Alas. But we go with the original call. Negros will get possession. Jeremy Mahinay will check in. Rick Kaunan will take a breather.
And so far, sa lahat na, this is their 4th game right now. In the last 3 games, actually, 3rd quarter pa lang, pwede na magpahinga si Coach Louie dahil sa, sa lamang na binibigyan. The only time that they got challenged quarter per quarter was that a game against Valenzuela, which is really a close one on their opening day game.
Overtime yun.
Yep, that was an overtime game.
JV Marcelino scores again. He's in double figures now with 10. They're up by 27.
And ever since, they've never trailed quarters, even up to this point.
Alvin Capobres answers back on the other end. Kenneth Alas and company want a ward-off, a charge, but they won't get it. Here's Renzo Subido. Screened by the big guy, Joseph Gabaini. Shoulder to shoulder, there you go. Nice. Beautifully executed.
Tsaka walang let up sa execution kaya nag-aano kalaki yung lamang. I don't think they even look at the scoreboard.
Pressure continues. Alvin Capobres, the cross down the middle. Nice contest by Gabaini. Zamboanga will run. Forward pass. Subido, one guy to beat. Trailer. Not the best of deliveries, but there's the recovery. JV misfires. Out of bounds. Yeah, 15 seconds to go before the end of the third. And there's Coach Louie Alas looking a bit stressed, although he is sitting down. Jem Cruz attacks. Tancinco turned his back on Jem. We did talk about that in one of our previous coverages. Coach Mike, you said you turn your back to your the guy you're guarding, then it's
game
almost,
over.
Yeah, almost always a foul.
Lalo na kung wala kang tulong galing doon sa help side, no? So you have to have that, otherwise you're beat.
Jem Cruz is converted on his first free throw. 71-45. Scoring in this quarter is 28-16 now after that conversion. Joey Barcuma returns. 7.7 to go. Barcuma will take his time. Screen up top, Barcuma goes left. JV Marcelino, 3 seconds. JV pulls up, tough shot. No basket, and that's it for the first 30 minutes. Zamboanga, you've been mentioning, they're playing as if they're trailing.
That's right. And you look at except for the first quarter when it was just a 3-point difference between these two, Zamboanga actually almost doubled the production of the rest of the quarters, second and the third.
Let's see some highlights. So this is not JC, this is his kuya. They are twins, but nauna pa rin naman si JV Marcelino. 10 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. At siya ang nanguna sa ating third quarter.
Yeah, kung yan ang 1 and 2 na players mo, paano ka ba naman hindi magtatrabaho? Offense and defense.
This end of the third quarter score is brought to you by GameX, the official online ending partner of the Mpbl, the first and original online basketball ending sa Pinas. Happy ending na. #GameX Sports. Coach Mike, let's talk about some more numbers.
Yeah, you see their difference. Ang laki ng difference sa rebounds, no? Lalo na on the offense. There's a plus 12 offensive rebounds, which really led to more attempts, and those second chance points really hinge on those numbers. So you control the rebounds, kind of like how Zamboanga's been, and you swing it the other way or get immediate putbacks, a second chance opportunity. That's what's gonna happen. Gonna lead real huge.
Well, that was a good offensive rebound by Jeremy Mahina. He got fouled, so he will now be tested at the line. Mahina started in this game. He scored 6 points early in this matchup, but then he's been quiet in the last 2 quarters.
Ano mo nagpapahirap din dyan, Migs, is that madali lang naman. Kung rebounds, i-box out mo, diba? But the thing is, it's guards rebounding. So everybody's just moving around, trying to go for that rebound after a shot attempt. And so how do you do that?
JC Marcelino is the guard that has the most number of rebounds for Zamboanga with 7, behind Publico's 9 and Adi Santos is 4. 71-48, Barkuma working with Alas. Kenneth. Now it's Joseph Gabaini. 10 on the shot clock, Renzo Subido. A lot of things happening off ball. Gotta love that. Gabaini trying to post up. There you go. 2 points for Joseph Gabaini.
And Gabaini getting rewarded for all the activities that he's doing on the floor, and rightfully so.
He has 9 points in this game. Now fouled by Brix Ramos off of his turnover. This trio of JV Marcelino, Renzo Subido, and Joey Barkuma. If you see them on the court, you have to be wary. And for us to say that Renzo Subido is like that now in the Mpbl, that's a big testament to how far he has come.
Yeah.
When it comes to in terms of his defense.
And you know, these guys are not just high energy, high IQ players then, and
Yes.
so they know how to read situations. At any point in time, you have to be really good at processing what layer of the offense are you gonna execute.
You know, I wonder if there will be a point in time kung saan magsasabay ang Kambal, Joey Barkuma, and Renzo Subido. It will be really small for Zamboanga.
Oh, that's gonna be real quick.
Diba?
Bilis nun.
But we're not suggesting anything to Coach Louie Alas. He knows better. Far better than we do.
We're just being curious.
Just being curious. After all, Zamboanga is already looking good. They're up by 25. And it's these types of situations wherein you get to experiment. As Barkuma leans in and misses. Capobres will drive. Capobres will miss. Rebound Gabaini. And here's Renzo Subido. Cross-court pass. Barkuma. Ooh!
God. That was hard.
Jeremy Mahina called for the unspo. And remember, we already had one guy disqualified from this game. That's why JV Marcelino was extra unhappy with that sequence. The Zamboanga bench has to be contained. Good job by our marshals, by Coach Louie Alas as well, to be the one on the court. Remember, if you go beyond your bench, that can mean suspension for you in your next game or games. But Joey Barkuma, this should be our biggest concern. Is he okay?
That's the thing.
He looks to be okay. Nagagalaw niya naman ang kanyang katawan.
But it was the turn mid-air, you know?
We were actually blindsided by somebody else here on our angle. So I'm really curious as to what exactly happened. Now we're paging for the medic, which might not be a good sign here, or which is not a good sign for Joey Barkuma. I wonder what's hurting for him. Okay, so at this point, we're letting our referees make sure that they would get the right call before we would show
Upon review,
anything. Ito na.
disqualifying foul on number 26, Jeremy Mahinay. Jeremy Mahinay out of the playing court.
Okay, there's no surprise there.
Technical foul on number 19, JV Marcelino for unsportsmanlike behavior. Fourth foul on JV Marcelino.
There's no surprise there as well. JV did bump Jeremy Mahinay after the foul. And JC Marcelino was really angry at the bench, by the way.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, the stretcher wasn't used. So Barkuma looks to be okay. Let's see what happened. There you go. He used his leg. Wow.
Oh, he raised that right leg.
Saw how Barkuma flew. There's Joey Barkuma. He's able to move. That's a good thing.
Right.
We're gonna give him time to rest. Obviously, Zamboanga might not even play him anymore, just to make sure that he will be okay. We've been raving about this body, right?
Right.
The whole game, the 3 to 4% body fat. This guy has been a staple in the lineup of Zamboanga because of how hardworking he is, on and off the court. Just quite unfortunate. But the good thing is, there you go, he was able to get up. So Renz Palma will now shoot the technical free throw. The other end, Joseph Terzo has checked in for the first time. He will be the one shooting the 2 free throws for Zamboanga. And they will get ball possession. Curious. It's JV who's about to shoot 2. Yeah, it's supposed to be the guy who subbed in for Barkuma. That's why Joseph is there. The mentor to Joey Barkuma. Zamboanga bench still tending to Joey. I'm sure they're really concerned about him. After all, he's been shining for them in this season. So we'll hope for the best for Mr. Barkuma. Terzo, though, couldn't convert from the stripe. Malafig pa. He hasn't been playing. But you are up by 24. This is a nice cushion. Sideline inbound for JV. Here's Kenneth Alas. Up top is Joseph Terzo, former champion in Davao. Now on to Gabaini. The all-star last year for Zamboanga will score.
And Gabaini's got 11 points already, and he's been taking those chances of assists given him.
75-49. Gail Lingo is now on the court for Negros. Palma, is that a charge? Yes, it was.
Ang nakikita ninyo sa screen yung activity sa depensa nitong Zamboanga. What you don't hear is how they communicate inside. I mean, you hear Gabaini right there shouting out instructions na go under, going left. Puntang kaliwa, puntang kaliwa. So everybody, stays connected defensively.
And that's good because Gabaini, last year we felt his adjustment from Bulacan to Zamboanga. Now he just seems to be completely in sync already with his team.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry miss. Gabaini got his own board. And another sorry miss. One more try. Joseph Gabaini now scores.
You gotta credit that to the weight loss. I mean, diba? Ang laki ng ginaan ng katawan niya compared from last season, and he's able to go on a second and a third jump, just like what we saw.
Again, it's 20 kilos lost. Actually, more than pa yun eh. So if you would put it in pounds, it's close to 50 pounds lost.
Right.
77-49. Jem Cruz, ball tapped. And Negros will retain possession here. They have 11 on the shot clock.
That in it's already an empty possession almost. Deflection, walang shot attempt, no? So you have to get another crack at it.
Pass off to the cutter, Jem Cruz. One more. Una will score. Now it's Negros with full court defense. Broken down by Zamboanga. JV Marcelino. Onto Joseph Gobaini. Kenneth Alas. He stepped on the line, so that's a 2.
Kahit si Joseph Gabaini, napaka-patient din pagdating sa offense. Ano? Hindi nagmamadali. Kahit na alam niya merong mismatch sa side niya. Tries to find the open guys that's running the floor.
79-51. Jem Cruz up top. Una to the corner. Renz Palma. Hubert Cani way off. Ball tapped and recovered by Kenneth Alas. 3-on-3 action. Alas escapes. He is blocked. What a chase down by James Una.
A good chase right there by James. Keeping in step and timed that perfectly.
Alvin Capobres and JC Marcelino now return. There you see the chase down by James Una.
Sabay lang lumundag, no? Tinimingan talaga.
Now the Kobe Bryant of Zamboanga is in. Choi Ignacio. Baseline inbound. Up top, JC Marcelino. Block story 5-3 in favor of Zamboanga. JC working with Joseph Gobaini, Marcelino. They go to Alas. 8 seconds. That's a foul. 2 free throws.
Again, every time yung layer na options offensively, pinapakita dito ng Zamboanga. Screen and roll, wala doon. May magre-replay sa kabila. Yun naman ang option. If I pass it to you, you do another layer of offense. So, ganun ka-dynamic, I guess, itong offense ng Zamboanga.
Okay, now, we're still concerned about Joey Barcuma. So, let's hear from Andrea.
Seems like may nagpapakilala dito sa Zamboanga, and that is RJ Barcuma. The 24-year-old shared to me that he feels really lucky to be in this team. Ang description niya, maganda ang sistema. Fresh from collegiate ball, sa pisikalan daw talaga siya na-challenge. Kumbaga kahit pisikal na rin sila sa practice, iba raw talaga in actual game. Kung ngayon halos makipagpalit na siya ng mukha sa kanyang katapatan, did you know that RJ Barcuma was originally a table tennis player? Compared to now, before he's actually a table away from his opponent. After the incident a while ago, sabi niya okay siya. Masakit lang daw talaga yung right leg pati ang kanyang right eyebrow na namamaga ngayon after hitting the floor. Back to you guys.
Okay, so tumama yung ulo sa floor. There you go. It's the whole right side of Joey Barcuma. You know, as Hubert Cani shoots that three-pointer and he makes it, if he actually landed face first, maybe just some degrees tilted face first, that could have been a lot more dangerous.
That's right. You don't have anything to cushion your fall except your head.
This lucky fan of the game is brought to you by Buenas. Post-up move exploited by Joseph Gobaini. That defense ahead of him. Okay, let me share an anecdote. Once in high school, I also went up. And a classmate of mine, PE to PE not even a varsity game. A classmate of mine went under me. I completely turned, head first down on the ground. So got a cut on my eyebrow. Kung saan, yun yung pain ngayon sa mukha ni Joey Barcuma. At sabihan ako ng doctor ko na yung mga ganong klaseng fall, it's a matter of only a few degrees. Only a few centimeters. Kapag mali yung bagsak mo, kapag sa mata ka bumagsak, you can lose your life. It can be that drastic. So, bottom line, we're happy that Barcuma is okay. And let's hope that he will be able to return in their next games. Apparently, he's a former table tennis player. So that is also a testament to the way he moves. Dahil mabilis ang instincts mo, mabilis ang footwork mo.
Ganda na side to side. Yeah.
81-54. Pangilinan. On to James Una. Now they go to Alvin Capobres. He fires. Mid-range. No basket. Ball tapped away. And Negros will get possession once more.
Yeah, when you're playing Negros, Zamboanga rather, you really have to be very efficient because you know you're gonna get lesser shot attempts. And so you have to make almost perfectly yung mga opportunities na yun para sa'yo. Otherwise, they're gonna run you the other way. And right now, they're close. They're at 24 points advantage, 24 possession advantage over Negros already.
Hubert Cani scores inside, 56-81, under 5 minutes remaining. Let's remind everybody that these two are actually undefeated, 3-0 so far. So this would be the first loss of Negros in the season, if not for a miracle to happen here in these last 4.5 minutes. As Gabaini scores inside. Una on the other end, working with Gayolingo. Bill Gayolingo. Back to James. Binunggo si Joseph Gabaini. Umusog naman ng onte. And that's a foul on Zamboanga.
Joseph Gabaini is second, 14th foul for Zamboanga.
Una proceeds to the stripes. Here's the first one for James. That's no good on his first free throw for today. Now, this free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Second one converted. 83-57, 4 minutes and 10 to go. Joseph Terzo. Here's Choi Ignacio for 3. That's a shot, and he just doesn't get the bounce. Negros to the other end, cross-court pass, a bit high for Tito Mark Pangilinan. Natawon na lang sa kanya pati si Joseph Terzo. And now he gives us a wink. He can't jump that high anymore.
We need a Mark Pangilinan in this game.
Yeah. To give us some entertainment. Good to see him though playing once again. This is actually his first appearance in the 6th season of the Mpbl. Oh, that's a block. Tito Mark Pangilinan showing us his vertical leap.
We needed that defense of Mark in this game for Negros.
I want a replay, but now we shall proceed. Baseline inbound. Adi Santos. JC, pass inside. What a feed onto Joseph Gabaini.
And so Negros is going to have a tough schedule ahead. Next up, they'll have Abra on the 27th, Valenzuela on the 3rd, then Batangas on the 8th, and South Cotabato. That's a tough run.
Yeah, that is tough. Well, you do have to go through everybody, literally.
And who the other two teams to end the May schedule? It's Iloilo and San Juan.
This is Negros, right?
Negros, right?
So that tells me that they will have a relatively easier schedule by the end of the season.
Right. And so they'll get tested on that stretch. This is actually test number 1, I guess.
Well, I have talked about that with a couple of players already. Gusto nila yung ganun. Kasi para sa kanila, might as well. Pahirapan na natin yung sarili natin.
Sa una pa lang. Simula pa lang.
And imagine if you actually can finish the season, the regular season strong, then you would carry that momentum to the playoffs.
Right.
85-79, Tancinco, so Ignacio. Now he drives. He lost the ball. That was tapped away by Negros. Baseline inbound. 3 minutes to go. Ignacio looking for a teammate. There's Tosi Tancinco. Celestino is now in the court. That pass went overboard. He tried to go to Tosi Tancinco. Raizon Celestino, a homegrown for Zamboanga.
Well, speaking of Zamboanga, their next 2 games would be very interesting too. South Cotabato and Quezon Huskers.
Okay, that might be a playoff preview.
Right.
Both of those actually. Hubert Cani converts. 12 points now for Hubert Cani in this game. 85-61. Joseph Debso was yelling that it was almost 8 seconds for Zamboanga trying to bring down the ball as Troy Ignacio converts. Alvin Capobres. The cross down the middle. Capobres will score.
Alvin Capobres.
87-63. These last 2 minutes are brought to you by GameX, the official online ending partner of the Mpbl, the first and original online basketball ending sa Pinas. Happy ending na! Hashtag GameX Sports. There's the spin and the leaner. That's 2 blocks. 2 blocks for Tito Mark Pangilinan in this game. Pass ahead, Hubert Cani finding James Una.
And seryoso si Tito Mark, no? I gotta stop.
Well, it's not just about athleticism, it is about timing. He has experience, he is a coach as well, after all. 87-65, good defense by Hubert Cani. This is an escape, 2 easy points. Yeah, he can't pressure that close, right? It's a technical foul. Pangalawang warning na. There has to be a respectable distance between the inbounder and the defender.
And you look at Mark Pangilinan bringing the troops in and telling them, you know, meron pa tayong mga pwedeng execute na maganda dito. So let's keep going.
Technical free throw, Rayzon Celestino.
Here's the technical free throw for the homegrown Rayzon Celestino. That's a good spin on the ball. 88-67, 86 seconds remaining. Back with Celestino. Defended by Cani. Hubert almost got another steal. Here's Tosi Tancico against Alvin Capobres. Jason Apolonio. Taking right, going left. He lost the ball. And now there's a foul. That's by Jason. And it's 2 free throws.
Zamboanga actually still consistent with their average points per game, roughly at 88. And this is a much better defensive game by 4 points. Or by 6 points, rather.
How about their attempts?
Their attempts, they have 76 attempts. Right now, they're 7-7. They're past that, too.
Okay. Flying colors for Zamboanga. Mark Pangilinan converted from the stripe.
And so I guess the lesson learned here by the other teams is that you can play 1 full quarter and a really good half, but still you have to finish strong against Zamboanga. I mean, toe-to-toe kanina itong Negros, di ba? They were down, what, two possessions, 2 attempts lang versus Zamboanga. But then again, the boosters started turning on as Mark Pangilinan lets go from another corner 3.
Welcome to a new home, Mark Pangilinan. 4 points now in this game for him. Yeah, to your point, first quarter the score was 23-20. After that, Zamboanga outscored Negros 48-26 in the next 2 frames. That was basically the separation. Negros is actually winning this quarter. Yeah, 25-17. Here's Troy Ignacio. 28 seconds. This could be the last possession. Ignacio, that could have been a good-looking 3 already for him. No basket. 18 seconds. Capobres will still attack. That's 2 points. This could be the final score. Seems like it. Zamboanga not looking to score anymore. Just had to avoid the 8-second backcourt violation. So, congratulations to the Master Sardines. They remain undefeated with 4 wins and 0 losses. There you see the 2 veteran coaches as supported by Andrea. Sabi nga nila, kahit na may respeto kami sa isa't isa, kalaban kami ngayon. Iba pa rin talaga kapag mananalo ka over another veteran coach. And so it must feel good for Coach Ruelas. All right, this is our best player of the game, brought to you by Buenas. For the 1 millionth time in the MPBL, it's JC Marcelino.
Yeah, and rightfully so. You know, he really was the one who led this charge once again para dito sa Zamboanga. And what else can we do but award him the best player of the game?
At some point, Joseph Gabani was catching up, but then again, to your point, it's really the separation that he made. This final score is brought to you by GameX, the official online ending partner of the MPBL, the first and original online basketball ending sa Pinas. Happy ending na, #GameX Sports. And so the challenge is on Andrea and Disho to be more creative with their questions. Dahil isa na namang interview with JC Marcelino. Andrea, go ahead.
First of all, congratulations. 3 out of 4 best player recognitions para kay JC Marcelino for this season. Pero matanong ko lang, JC, dito sa season na to, nakita namin palagi naming napag-uusapan na iba yung conditioning ng team ninyo ngayon. Pero if you are given the chance to award, sino ang pinakamasipag at pinaka-condition sa team ng Zamboanga? Sino yon at bakit?
Siguro individual wala eh. Kasi lahat naman nag-effort sa amin pagdating sa practice. Kasi yun, pinapagalitan kami ni Coach pag tatamad-tamad lahat. Kaya ayun, binibigay namin talaga yung best namin. Pag sa practice kami, walang nagpe-pet-expect, walang nag-iisi-isi sa amin. Kaya ayun, masipag naman lahat ng teammates ko. Kaya siguro yung laro namin ganun.
Lahat daw pala, kaya 4-0 na ang Zamboanga ngayon. Meron ka bang gustong batiin o pasalamatan?
Yung binabati ko pala yung UCI ng Zamboanga, yung mga gumagawa ng Master Sardines, sila Ma'am Anita Cao, yung mga may-ari si Boss Tipi Cao, tsaka yon yung anak ni Coach Pepe daw, si Hendrix, happy 6 months daw sa'yo. At tsaka yung mga taga-Olonga po, yung mga kaibigan ko, tropa ko, mga pinsan kamag-anak or what. At tsaka yung dugout, yung shop namin sa Olonga po, yon bisitahin nyo. Tsaka yung girlfriend ko nasa US, pati yung magiging baby namin, yon. Binabati ko. Ingat kayo lagi diyan. At tsaka sino pa ba? Wala na siguro. Yon, maraming salamat lalo na kay Lord.
Thank you so much once again. That is JC Marcelino, our Buenas player of the game. Back to you guys.
There you have it. Di pwedeng tatamat-tamat, kundi papagalitan kayo ni Coach Louie Alas if you're playing for Zamboanga. Congratulations to the Master Sardines. Up next, we have Binyan taking on the Abra Weavers in their first home court defense in the 6th season of the MPBL. Thank you for joining us. For Andrea Andisio and Coach Mike Perez, my name is Mix Gomez. At magbabalik pa po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.